I am Raskut of Russian mythology. Every year on Christmas night, I fly around on my magic couch, and to all the good little boys and girls, I throw down bananas. But to all you bad boys and girls out there, I beat you to death with my whip, and then I throw you down into hell. Oh, there's one now. Ah! Okay, so in the last episode of The Couch, my cousin Edwin talked about how Santa might actually be Satan. And I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I will admit that Santa has hired some interesting people to work in his workshop. So on this episode, I'll be talking about 5 of my favorite. And just to give you an idea of where this episode's going to go, apparently Santa's hired people that eat children. So I am beginning to question whether Santa Claus really is as jolly and nice as people think he is.
Number 5, the Elf on the Shelf.
Compared to some of the others on this list, the Elf on the Shelf is a relatively new tradition.
It's basically this little elf that sits on your shelf and watches you all the time.
And I mean, he's kind of creepy, right? I mean, he's not like sneaking creepy, but still he's... Okay, I'll admit, I have a little bit of a personal bias against this guy. When I was a kid, my mom used to put him all around the house, and I'd be going in the living room and I'd find him sitting there on the fireplace jotting down notes. Then I'd go into the bathroom and he'd be sitting on the toilet, and it just kind of creeped me out a little bit. I tried talking to him, but it just felt weird, like I was just talking to a doll, and I just sat there talking about my deepest desires, and he just sat there staring. It was just strange for me.
Number 4, Farmhand Rupert.
Okay, so the next guy on this list is basically the homeless version of Santa Claus.
His name is Farmhand Rupert, a German legend, and he goes around in straw and dirty rags.
So, according to legend, if you're a good little boy or girl and you know your Bible verses, Farmhand Rupert will give you a present. But, if you're a bad little boy or girl and don't know your Bible verses, Farmhand Rupert will give you a bag of ash, or he'll beat you, or he'll eat you. So those are your 3 options. I'm going to be honest here, I have read the Bible. I'm not stating my religion on this show, but I will admit to that. But, I mean, I'm not sure if there's any verse from the Bible that I could know by heart, that I could just recite to you right now. So I'm pretty sure I'd be one of those children that Farmhand Rupert ate. Or at least get a bag of ash. But, you know, that's okay. I'm sure I could find something to do with a bag of ash. Maybe it'll come in handy for the next one on this list.
Number 3, Black Pete.
Okay, so I'm going to have to tread carefully with this next one, because apparently 23% of my audience is Dutch. I don't know why, but apparently that is the case. So, Black Pete is this black servant of Santa who follows him around in chains. And he looks like this.
I mean, he looks like a very happy slave.
But to be fair, the reason why he's black is he's just gone down a chimney and he's covered with soot. So it's really a very innocent mistake, people. It's all right. Yeah, that's the reason why white people are running around in blackface. It's okay. And regardless, he's kind of a bit evil. He'll slap children on their buttocks as if they're naughty. And you know what? Let's just move away from this one. I think we've all had enough.
Number 2, the Yule Lads.
Okay, so I'll admit that I did debate with myself whether to include these guys on the list, because they're not technically servants of Santa Claus. But I finally decided, you know what? They're close enough. I mean, just look at the guys.
I mean, these guys have to be related to Santa somehow.
So, the Yule Lads are these 13 trolls that, on the 13 nights before Christmas, one after the other, will go into the town, and they'll basically cause mischief. They don't really do anything too bad. They won't eat children or, like, whip them, but they might steal stuff or harass sheep, which I actually think is just kind of funny. I mean, how do you harass a sheep? I guess they just sort of knock it on the ear. I mean, I don't know.
Number 1, the Krampus.
That's right, number one is the Krampus, the Austro-Bavarian alpine folkloric creature that's described as being half man, half goat. And I know what you're thinking. He's the most obvious choice. He's overdone. But there's a reason why he's so popular. I mean, just take a look at the guy.
I mean, this doesn't even look like something that should be associated with Christmas. This looks like something from a horror movie.
And he does all of the creepy things that all the other characters do. He will kidnap children, he will eat them, he will whip them, because for some reason that's something all these characters seem to do. And he does it alone by himself. Not only that, but he works for Santa Claus. And actually, they're considered to be good friends with each other. Okay, maybe Santa Claus is Satan.
Oh, hello there. I was just finishing my midnight run. Well, before you go, Rascoot has something to say, and Rascoot's advice is very important. He has thrown many a child into the pit of fire. So, it doesn't really matter what tradition you follow or what folklore you believe in this Christmas. What truly matters is the time that you spend together. And that is my advice for you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll just finish my run. Oh, hello, little boy or girl. Here's a banana. There you go. Enjoy. Oh, and here's a cow. Watch out. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, and here's some keys. Would you... Yeah, just go ahead, take them. That's fine. Good. Merry Christmas to you